Stop it. this. Straighten up and fly right, walking, walking. Thoughts. Yes. Yes, it's me. Can you hear me? Hi. Everybody on? Well, here, you guys be more interested in this. Can you see the menu? See how it's redesigned? It really looks good. Hello? Yeah. Okay, great. Well, what Dan's doing, let me put this on so I can be sure to. Let me know when Dan's on. Let me know when Dan's on. Do. Let me know when Dan's on. Got it. Do. Let me know when Dan's on. What's going on here? Got it. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, it's just some feedback here. Okay, I think I said let me know when Dan's on 5 times, so I think you got the point. Yes. Pretty. Oh well. It's one of those. Okay. So there's a audio delay from on the TV. Okay. You can just make. Yeah, help me with that decision, Gary, because just how much of a delay? Because it may look stupid for me to be saying stuff and. Well, that's what Ron is. I know it. Ron is working on it right now to try and solve that. Okay. Well, thanks for that positive input, but we think we will. Okay. I love it when people say you can't do something because that just really jazzes me up.
Hey, Andy, why don't you, I have an idea, Andy. Why don't you just wear one of those COVID masks so no one can see your mouth?
Huh. That's actually not, well, see, but, well, let's go through this. Are you guys ready? Okay, first, let me introduce you to, and this is for us. We're doing us for, well, Gary, do you want to try starting? Okay, but you and I should practice this at some point. Okay. Okay, and absolutely, if that stuff isn't in there, we don't have anything from Darren. So he's very adamant about it. All right, so this is our wall, and for us, I'm not going to really go into this because we don't need to say anything about it. But as you can see, we've got a new menu, and it enables you to move back and forth and select things, and it's very simple slider bars. And as you'll see, you can load the favorites this way. So I will walk on, and you can see it's very beautiful and looks, I think, really nice. But okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about resolution. And we've been able, and Gary, thank you for explaining about these screens and the reason we have these 9 screens, because we had to use them because the technology doesn't exist. This is a 12.
Can I pause real quick? Can we set the block?
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. No. Good point. Thank you. Did that fix it? Did that fix it? I'm so tired. I haven't been working 16-hour days like this for a long time. Okay, so this is a 12K background. And let me show you about a 12K background really quick. Okay, you can see it literally looks like you're in the forest. Okay, you know what? Can you guys take notes this time? My mind is so frazzled that if we start doing this, I won't. Okay, and just take notes, and I'll do everything you say. I just need to get through it. We've had all sorts of.
Andy, to your point a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
We really, Gary, you're going to take your own notes. We'll all take it, but ultimately, the flow is the two of you, and the flow on your end needs to be spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. We just have to practice, and we will. And Gary, we're going to be practicing tomorrow night, right? Okay. All right. So you can see that, as you can see, and does that look pretty fucking good to you guys?
Amazing.
Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in Boy, it's really delayed. Sometimes it's delayed and sometimes it's not. Okay, so here comes a tiger, but let's pull out. And there what you see is a 12K background with an 8K video. All right, I'm going to go through some of the video aspects of it, the resolution at the start, and then show you some of the features that this technology enables you to have. All right. All right. So this is going to be this is a 12K background. And I'm going to draw over it a 4K image. And we're going to talk about what's really exciting here. If you wanted to watch this particular TV and you wanted to really have a big picture, you could do this. Because you have total flexibility with being able to move the screen and resize the screen. And you actually have a front row seat at the soccer match. All right. Now we're going to go on and we're going to take a look at something that's pretty exciting. You can route into this multiple sources of video, Blu-ray, TV. So what I'm going to use here is I'm going to select, we have routed into this DirecTV. So I'm going to select DirecTV. This is
hardwired within the human beings that we have a sort of doomsday and that we have to be punished for our sins, and it's been taken on a sort of
this is for Dan and Gary.
Sort of these rituals in order to save ourselves.
So we can. This is live video. Now, if I'm wanting to sit on the couch and change the channel,
thermostat, not eating hamburgers, it's become just a long list of virtues.
I can change the channel, and you can basically do it. And again, you can have it at any size.
A level of urgency, I would think, for Miami as well here, as you looking at the landscape. The winner of this series gets the winner of Philadelphia-Toronto. The Sixers are on the verge of a sweep there. They could end that series tomorrow, and so you do not want to be in a position now where the other team has a significant advantage.
Okay, let me
rest or anything like that. So
right now I'm showing you the visual display capabilities. So I'm going to, you may be able to hear that soft wind in the leaves. But what we put that for is because late last autumn, we went up to the family cabin and went riding on a boat, and this is the video that came right out of the camera that can be displayed on the wall. Now, the other thing you can do is you can control the sound of the background. So I'm going to pull the wind up. You're the Dickens, lad. You're the Dickens. Alex done some fixes, and oh well, doesn't matter. I will say that tomorrow. So there. So now, if we wanted to, we could go ahead and switch and change that overlay up and down at the touch of a finger, or I can change the background at the touch of a finger. Okay. All right, now we have a new movie for this. So you can also display multiple video sources. Now, I'm going to explain this. This will be fixed in a little while. What's going to be playing here is basketball. Okay? So now let's put some multiple images over this so we can have 3 at a time. And I'm going to go to overlay and I'm going to find my DirecTV so I can scan very quickly through all my sources, select it, and then be able to draw it. As you can see, we have basketball there. So let's put some live video. This is the sports channel, ESPN. It's supposed to be a basketball game, and it will be most of the time on Sunday. Then I'll add an additional one. Man, I had this perfect. Alex made a fix today. I can tell you guys. Alex made a fix. So as you can see, I'm sorry. Alex made a fix today, and that's why these little bugs are appearing, because he fixed one bug and it made a bunch of others. So as you can see, 3 video displays: the basketball game, ESPN Sports Center, and a soccer game. All right, now I'm going to call up an 8K background. Apologize. The bug is in the favorites that he's got, so that's what's killing me. But we'll get it. All right. So now what we want to look at is video over video. So I'm going to call up the images we saw before, and this time I'm going to select another 8K video and draw it on the screen. Okay. And as you can see, I can move this across screen to screen. And Gary, you will have explained about the issue of the delay and NVIDIA and that kind of stuff, which we'll talk about. So I can move these videos all around the screen. Once again, we've got 8K on top of 8K. This can be used for any sort of purpose. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load up a video game. And it becomes very, very exciting. Let's see if we can lock into this thing. We turn it on. And so it takes you right into video games. And so you can stand and really have an immersive experience with your video game. Being able to move and control your video game at the touch of a hand. We also have, obviously, this is something that just came up as a big time thing for us, for humanity. I have just had no sleep. This is not, I don't want to do this. Okay. What are you doing? Oh, burned out. Okay. So obviously this would be very cool for what came to fruition during the COVID crisis, which is to be able to have Zoom calls and to be able to sit and interact with people on a Zoom call. Let me load up another thing here. All right, now here we're going to watch a little TV. So I'm going to select my television. And draw my screen up. And this is where it's very, very exciting, is to say I can make my screen at any size. So if you have a group of people watching it, you just draw it on down to be full screen. And it's very, very impressive. Okay. Critique. I'm sorry I'm so off today. What happened was that
I noticed,
yeah.
is when you bring up the controller, the window that the controller is in is slightly out of place for that picture. Have you noticed that?
No. Let me look at it. Let me see what you're.
Video now. Bring up the next video. Put a video up.
Okay.
Okay, now bring the controller up on the screen. So it showed on the sports stuff.
Well, tell me what we're looking for, because I'm watching what I'm doing, and
You're looking for the image in the television that the controller sits on. Bring the controller up. I see it. I see what you're talking about. Bring the controller up.
it's up.
Leave it up. Okay, so is this in the band video? That one doesn't. Yeah, that one doesn't have a lot.
What do you want?
Bring it. Bring it live TV. It's live TV. And just put it in that bottom quadrant.
Well, I'll just cover this. I don't know why I put it in the bottom quadrant. I'm sure you must have had a thought there, but I don't understand what we're doing, so I'll just keep doing what you say. Okay. Now go back to the.
Now bring up the controller. Where it is. And it seems to affect the video. Yeah.
It seems to have what?
It's not rated, but
It's
okay. It's almost right there.
Okay, guys. You guys are talking, and I haven't heard one word that I'm trying to hear. Just Gary, just you state it. I trust Danny is affirming. So whatever you say, Gary.
So when you bring the controller up
Mm-hmm.
on the screen, the video is in that TV gets slightly jerked and added to the rest of the TV with the rest of the image. So bring up the controller right now. And move it up. Bring it up. There's no motion. Hard to show.
Are you talking about the fact that the images up here jump?
No, it doesn't go down.
Okay, that's the.
No, I'm saying, I don't know how to explain it.
Danny, go ahead.
It almost looks like a frame rate issue, where when it has right there, you can see his face moving, but it was a lot slower. It seems like it's having an issue when it's bringing up the menu, that there's too much data going through it at
Okay, now let me just talk to you all about that. This is what Darren said was most important to address, and that is that this is a new development, and the device we're using is the NVIDIA Xavier. It's the highest end chip we can find, and currently, since we're using the Xavier in a completely different way than it was designed for, each of these frame rates are 29 frames per second in terms of their display as a result of the NVIDIA cards. So we're running the video, which we have to, at 30 frames, okay? But the technology is not sufficient right now to keep up with the 30 frame rate. That's something NVIDIA is working with us on. So you will see a frame dropped hither and yon. But that's, that one of the things we want to do is whatever Gary and Dan said, raise more money or sell it, and then they can do it, or whatever the solution to it is. I don't know what you guys are going to say.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, then let me start back.
Okay. Let me get my notepad, sir. Oh, if you're going to email, okay. If you're going to email, I'm just going to listen.
Danny, what is the I just break down into the live chat on YouTube. I'm not supposed to get into that.
No.
Yeah, ignore my wife's name.
No, okay, I can't see it.
Okay. It was just note as oh my God, I like it. There you go. Move on. Colin, you do it more with you, going back and forth with how you're communicating it while he's demonstrating it. But that was so you can note as the process goes through. Right. So, Andy, I'm going to do that in my notes here.
Okay.
So, and I'll email this. So on the 12th, when you have your first initial 12K image, we should say that this is across 9 4K monitors, maintaining the quality of the image at any dimension.
Well, you have theoretically said that. That's in your preface.
Yeah, but when you show it,
say it again.
it's different. When you demonstrate it, you iterate it, probably a good thing.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Tell them, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Then when you show the recipe, you should show that what the slide is showing, there are one input, now let me show you the multiple inputs. So that they can understand that the recipe is video over video, and then you can move it over to one side and open up two other inputs. Because that would be the way to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I guess not. So the 3 screens with the 3 sports things going on at once doesn't cover that?
No, that was later. When you went first to the direct, when you brought up the direct,
Yes.
great. And then you went from that away to a little confusion to create the 3 boxes, right? So that's great. So is there a way to move the direct up, let's say, the top left, and then add in more windows? Let's say this is how you do multiple video over video.
Okay. Except for you can't do that. So remember, go ahead, Danny.
No, go ahead. I was just telling him that not yet. He's still doing all the codes for all the new video cards and everything.
Yeah,
So that's what that demonstration was, where you have the weather in the bottom corner.
Yeah, and so, but Gary, what you're saying is interesting. I almost think possibly once I bring up the live video full to say this is how you can watch TV at home, maybe I should go to the 3 windows directly next.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
And then here's how you can watch 3 videos simultaneously.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll do that again.
Okay.
Okay, then when you go to, when you move, you go to the, water. And you talk about audio. You turn the audio on, but it never really coordinates with the visual I'm watching. So if you want to use that as an audio demonstration, that's fine. But wait a little longer so that I can get my video and stuff with audio off there.
Okay. Sorry. So what you're saying is we're trying to compensate for the delay, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, the delay issue.
What I would suggest,
Go ahead.
hold on. I would suggest you put up the water tube video. Have everything be half, as it may, or caught up, I don't know what the term is. Bring up the video, and then wait a second while I'm watching the video. Then you can pull up the audio. The audio is generic. When you watch it doesn't matter if it's delayed, right?
Okay.
So you can bring up the audio, and then bring it down, and then wait a second, and then move on to that. I'm just saying it was managed. The audio,
Okay. Okay. So basically, bring it up, draw it on, wait a second
right.
for a little bit, and
And
then
then mention audio,
okay.
and then bring up the audio controller, and then turn the audio on. Then I'll hear on the phone, I'll hear the audio of the person in the water speed, which makes sense, and there's some time for this. And then turn the audio off, wait a second, and then go off.
Okay. All right.
Following?
Yes. You know.
The main key to that, I put it down in the notes, the main key is to lower the audio or turn the audio off.
At the start.
A couple seconds before any transition.
Okay. Okay. So when I come up with that screen, I'll draw everything on, but there will be no audio, and then I'll just turn the audio on.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
And then turn the audio off, and wait a few seconds, and then turn off.
Okay.
So we make sure that the audio that you turn on is still rolling on here while we shut it off.
Right. Okay. Now you know the problem with this. I've done this. Believe it or not, I had this clicked. I mean, I was doing it. I've done it like 50 times. It doesn't look like it. But then we fixed a bug last night and everything broke, and that's sort of tipped me over. But the interesting thing is that sometimes the video is almost completely synced with the phone thing, and sometimes it's way off.
Well, that's because that's subject to the bandwidth of the YouTube delivery.
Okay.
So YouTube dynamically adjusts based on your bandwidth on the video side.
Okay, so since we're going to have LAN, the highest service we can have at the hotel, do you suspect that might solve some of this?
Good. We'll see when we test tomorrow.
Okay, okay. Well, Ron and I are testing it too, so okay, that's very good input.
Okay, and on the video game demo, question: how is it different than if it had any other video game?
It's just adding an additional, it's just adding just saying that's what I almost wish I could go quickly through the video game. Maybe I should just draw a video game on, clear, draw, zoom on, because those are just two quick things. It's
That's great. I think that's great. Because showing the multiple purposes, meaning that you can control and draw that, is the feature that you do, right?
Yeah.
Watching the video game on a wall, and the Sony wall, that's just unacceptable. Or Samsung wall, you do that because it's acceptable, right? But gaming will probably go to 8K resolution before TV and video does, just because they're able to render it. So that where you can have 4K TVs together, and you can display 8K over a smaller area than 100.
Yeah, that's brilliant, Danny. Can you add that to the notes, because that's perfect, and say, now what's different about this, and that is that that gaming video is going to 8K first, and we have the ability to display it.
On 4K monitor.
Yeah.
And yeah, was that a different? Yeah, kind of like now, kind of figure out what it is. Where's the chaplain? This time your chaplain that is a bad name. That's actually good. And then of course when you go to multiple screens, then it's really top down, change it, the line, the wall, it out, and we're sitting over some of the bugs you were mentioning.
Well, when you draw the second image on, the other one goes white, is what you saw, right? And that's just a function of the NVIDIA, of being able to draw and have the NVIDIA work at the same time. Basically, we're working with the limitations of technology today, but we've designed for the technology of tomorrow.
That's a brilliant line.
Write it down.
That's a brilliant line. Say it again.
We've
Design and technology. We're working with the tools today. The design and technology tools tomorrow.
yes.
Of today to design the. We're working with the tools of today to design the what? No, but we're working with the tools today, but have design and technology to work with the tools of tomorrow.
Perfect.
We're working with the tools of today, but have design and technology to work with the tools of tomorrow. Correct. So we're working with the limitations of what exists.
Yes. Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how the NVIDIA guy, because I've laid this out. You saw in the email quite a bit about this. I wrote it correctly with Alex and Larry, but basically there's something called JBL. I don't know what the hell it is, but they have it locked down so no people can get into it, and that would perfectly sync up these monitors.
Right, and it's so that we're working differently than designing this with
Yes. And what NVIDIA really needs to know is that, these capabilities, utilizing their chip, is just a game changer.
They could own the world.
Yeah, and they would also, yeah, and that gives them, and everybody would have to come to them, because until somebody makes a better car, you're going to buy that the first Ford, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I'm just saying they will make a better car, right? I don't know. That's an old thing about the first Ford. Forget that. The idea is that once they own it, they own it, and all the companies that build video walls and everything are beholden to them.
It looks really good.
Does the broadcast look good? Yeah. Then the new menu is much cleaner. Pardon me?
Yeah. The one of the city lights, the only thing is kind of the contrast when you're playing this really dark background. It loses a lot of it. But that's just because we're going to break.
Well, maybe we should drop that then. Let me put it up for you.
Put that one up and then put over the LA, like the one of
What time is it, Gary? Okay, so we still have a little time. Okay, let's change this then. I'll do most of the restructuring, but this one's a very interesting one to talk about. So let me watch the live broadcast. Oh, did it drop? Did it die?
The stream isn't happening. I don't see anything going on.
Oh,
Yeah, the stream unavailable.
oh, I can't leave the video up. I can't leave the TV up. That was my bad. I know that. I shouldn't have left the TV up. That's all. Yeah, they allow you about 15, 20 seconds before their system even turns on. So I just can't leave the video up for that long, the live video.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
Yeah. No, I've run into that.
Why you don't show the NBC or any network stuff? It's not letting me copy and paste the comment.
That's okay. Well, Gary had made them too, so I'm sitting here touching the screen of my computer to make it work. Okay. So, Danny, your point is that this looks all black and you can't even see it, right? Danny?
Yeah, it's really dark.
Okay, yeah. I don't think this one's going to work. It looks great here. So you guys just pick the background. Let me show you a couple that I might think might work. Okay, this is the one I think you were talking about, Danny. I actually kind of liked, now guys can tell me what the resolution of it is, but it should come up momentarily. Okay, we could use this one.
The downtown LA one, first one, the resolution's not great, but over broadcast is good.
Over broadcast, okay.
I just emailed you guys the notes in the chat.
All right, let me show you another choice. Let me show you two other choices that we could do it over, and you guys tell me what you want to do. Okay, well, we might as well try this one. This one has a little better resolution. Oh, just a sec. There we go. That is our little bug friend. Now, maybe this one's too bright. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so you got this. Okay, let me give you another one. What? What about this one? Okay.
Yeah. No, either this one or the LA one.
Okay, let me give you one last selection here, which I kind of liked, but you tell me. Oops. What do you think of that? What?
You really like that Johnny Mountain? Oh, that's not Johnny Mountain. Sorry, Dallas Rain. Dallas Rain. Right.
Yeah. Well, he uses and they're fake.
This one's fine, but it doesn't want to.
Okay, so we've, ladies and gentlemen, you have voted then for.
Gary, do you have a preference? Either one of the other two are fine. I think the apple.
You like so the apple versus this, right, Gary? And Danny?
Well, let's do the apple. This feels good.
Okay.
Let's do the the Apple.
Is that the Apple headquarters? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then I would.
You know what I might say there? Yeah, that was fine. I think that, yeah, let's see what's going on. Yeah. The only thing is that glare in the front corner, but it's not the.
That glare is on the picture, Danny, on the video.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it just throws your eye.
Okay.
But it's fine. The other way, but the chicken looks great.
Okay. All right, we're booked on that one.
Oh, and so now
Yeah.
is it possible to leave that image that up, move it over, and overlay another image?
So you don't think I will have done that enough at this point, right? Okay. Oh, well, let me show you what I was going to do, and you can decide. So, okay. And actually, you know, I don't want that suspension to occur. So let's do this. And I can cue this all up later, but where it is. Okay. So I think rather than use the live, but you guys can tell me, I think what I might do is just go put some soccer up, center it up, and then can you go back and move that is the question, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move that and add something else.
Okay. Let me move this for us over to these two screens. Let's, while we're watching this, what do you say we have a nice little fire?
We lost. So that's where the line, we designed this using tools of today, expecting the technology advances of tomorrow.
Yes.
If the chip itself is advanced enough to do the function it's got, it will do it itself.
Now, just one caveat because the NVIDIA guy will be there. Alex believes that this capability is in the chip. They've just never used it. So one of the things that I was asking Jeremy about, and Sean, I can't remember who it was can we get access to their JBL, which they don't like to do. I guess that's some sort of speed coder, and but nobody uses it as fast as we do. So.
But that's actually a great conversation.
Yeah, definitely. Because he'll see these.
Showing them firsthand the limitations of it. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what we have access to.
Yes. Now let's not forget they did really help us quite a bit, too. So we don't want to discount that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not discounting. It's really asking.
Yeah.
Is there expansion in the chip that we will have to privy to?
Right. Yes. It's called the JBL. Alex and Larry will both be on all these calls.
Great.
The one thing that concerns me is this changing of speeds, and it's going to be like that in terms of the delay. Does anybody have any thoughts about this? Ron is working on an idea, but we don't know if it's going to work.
Streaming 4K is a lot of data. It's just like normal broadcasters, so there's a delay when they're streaming or when they're broadcasting from Europe or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
I believe,
Go
I
ahead.
believe that whether it's Gary or Andy, the preamble of what is the difference between other walls and this wall and talking about the elements of what the patent has is going to be the most important 5-10 minutes of the meeting to talk about. Right, right.
Well,
that guy is what the two of you with everybody, Danny involved, needs to really determine who's going to, whether it's Gary or Andy. And
Gary.
I think Gary.
Yeah, and that was a lot of that was Darren has been very nice, given me a lot of time and been very critical, which is very helpful because, you know, he said, look, they'll come in there and they'll see a video wall that isn't as good as anybody else's because it has lines on it. That's the first thing they'll think of. So this setup, so he says, it took me, when I did the first presentation, he said, I didn't understand what you were showing. I was kind of like unimpressed right out of the gate. And so we went through, and that's the stuff I sent you, Gary, of some of the things he really thinks needs to be laid out in advance.
I would agree.
And I think that summary statement, Gary, is really good. We're working with the tools of today, so the tools of tomorrow will work, or whatever we said. You'll get it.
Guys, we have 43 hours and 2 minutes. We have plenty of time.
God love you, Dan. I would say Jesus loves you, but it's a holy day. Yes.
Who else is on it? Just me and Larry.
Yeah. But I have to get the Zoom set up for you, because I'm gonna walk. Remember, we're gonna show him stuff. So let me get that set up. Unless anybody has anything more.
No, I'm not able to make that off.
I understand. Well, it's just as long as Larry and Danny. Go ahead.
So let's just a few housekeeping things, Andy. When will we be assigned the room? So that Ron can get in there and all that.
Okay, let me give you that room number. It is room 219. And your name is on it, Dan. Gary has his own room. Ron is going to be putting down his credit card so he can check it in early and do the tech stuff. But Dan, if you put your credit card on, because Ron's a little, he doesn't have a. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. I think.
Gary now will deal with it when we get back for recoupment.
Yeah, and I discussed what you had said, Dan, about somebody sleeping back there, and they said you just tell us what time you want maid service, and I think it's going to be early. What time do you guys get going? 10?
No, we get up early. So, but yeah, we'll right now. The first meeting we have is at 12. Second meeting we have is at what? What's the second Sunday meeting we have?
I sent out a list of all of them.
There's 3. Right now we have 3 meetings.
We have 4, and we'll have a 5th, and possibly with Darren Moore. And I'm still waiting on the Samsung thing.
Okay, so just for what you know, at the end, we have the progress
just look at somebody look at their email. This is frustrating. I stay up so late doing this stuff. So, okay.
Yeah. I'm just looking. I'm still on your screen. Yeah. I'll go back and
Okay, go ahead, Danny.
So 3:30 is NVIDIA after Progress Partners. Then the next day is Darren Long at 2 p.m. and Panasonic at 3 p.m. Then who is Jerry Long? Darren Long. He's with Sky Broadcast.
Well, he used to run Sky Sports Europe, and he got.
This is the gentleman who's giving you some of his input, right?
Yes, and this is the guy who has all the connections. If we've covered our bases at whatever time he is, I think it's 2 p.m. on Monday, then he will bring in probably some defense people who he thinks would be very interested in this, and he has a couple of other companies that he wants to see this.
I looked into his background. Seems like he has done a lot with military contracting.
Yeah, he's done a lot, and running Sky Sports Europe was he knows everybody. Okay, all right. Well, let me get ready for Danny and Larry. I think so far we're getting there. We just get these bugs out of Alex and everything will be safe.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys. That's very good.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Mm. Hey, why don't I send you the link? This the favorite. It's really It's really gotten bad. I cannot get through a presentation without it breaking. It's only favorites. That's all. And it's just what? Well, there's the wrong icon, but they're just. In other words, backgrounds, overlays, everything else is work. But favorites, if you leave favorites and come back, there's nothing to say what it is, and you have to actually wake it up to get it caught up. So it's really just, it looks like there's something wrong, what they said in this last one. Looks like there's something wrong. Because, it's not what I can't see the favorite. And I'm trying to do a presentation, right? So I'm looking at showing something, when they go to try to load the next favorite. But either there's those boxes there, or the last thing I selected, which is the background overlay up there, and then I have to hit favorite, and then touch one of the things in order to get it all caught up. I have a live feed I can show it to you, but I won't be able to see it. Yeah. Okay, but it's pretty devastating right now. And everything else is perfect, so 2%, 100% isn't so bad. But it's pretty, it's even though it's a little thing, it's still pretty devastating. Okay. So give me a sort of a time. I know you can't give me a time on that, but favor, if something happens, things can't be done or anything. You call me and say, usually, that's why I didn't put me on 945, but you were answer. And so you just call me and say, you still have any problems. And then we know we still got 24 hours, more than 24 hours. Okay. No, I know you're doing the best. It's just, I just it's uncomfortable standing up there and I know this works good. It doesn't look like it works good. Okay, all right, well, keep me abreast of what you're doing. Thanks. Hold on. Where is the is it? It's over here. Get this going. I gotta get this camera going. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. So confused here. Down. Stuff down. Hello, sir. Turn my volume down. I did. Please get out of the way. There you are. All righty. We're just waiting for Danny now. Give you a kind of a. Let's see. Let me just try to switch this around here. How do I do? How can I do that with this so stupidly? Do you know how? Well, I was able to kill it. That was not what I wanted to do, clearly. I'm just trying to flip this camera around. Let me switch it in the camera first. No, that's correct. For some reason, this zoom is screwing with me. Danny, I wonder where Danny is. Danny. Okay. Hey, Larry. Do you know how on Zoom you switched so it's... Oh, maybe it's this thing. It's looking at the wrong thing. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you flipped the camera.
Yeah, okay, good. So now I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay. All right, let me... do you have Danny's number? Do you want to just give him a call and find out what he's doing?
Let's see.
Is that a Zoom background or your real house?
That's my real house. You can see the frozen fireplace right back there. Right?
Oh, okay.
I wish it was my real house. You're in Westlake? Yeah, right. Yeah. Phillips. Oh, long distance charge.
To call Danny? Well, I can call him. Let me find my phone.
I'm calling him right now.
Okay.
Hey, I'm coming. My dogs just got out. I'm trying to get them back into my house. Chasing them around the neighborhood.
No worries, man.
Okay, I'll just kind of give Larry a cursory show of how things
Okay, see ya. No worries.
I'll just give Larry a cursory show. I forgot to turn one light on for you, Larry, so when we look at that thing, you can see it. Just sit 1 second.
Danny's trying to hurt his dogs.
In there. This isn't a black box, it's a black refrigerator. Stuff down. Rivaling you for crazy working, Larry. 16-hour days is what this has been.
I could barely hear you, Andy.
Okay. I rival you for working. Been working 16-hour days. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So there's the wall.
Let me maximize that view.
I think if you pin it,
Yep. I just pinned it.
okay, so
Oh, you got phalaenopsis all over the house. How nice. Are those real or are they fake?
what?
Phalaenopsis.
The irises?
Phalaenopsis, those orchids.
Yes,
Are they real or are they fake?
they're real.
Okay, cool.
I
Mine
know.
are fine.
Hello, sir.
Hello, friend.
Hey, Danny.
I'm waiting on this to be let in.
Oh, Andy just sent a new Zoom link just about 15 minutes ago. Use that new one.
Please get out.
No, it's not you. You sent it at 7?
He just sent it right now, about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
the first link, which we're going to use first.
There you are. All righty, we're just waiting for Danny now.
We ain't supposed to let you in soon.
Oh, hold on a second, Danny. I've got that. Hey, Andy,
Let me just
Andy?
try to switch
Yes?
this around.
do you see Danny in the lobby of Zoom?
Oh.
This so stupidly.
Yes.
Do you know how?
There it is.
There it is. Okay, Danny.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, I was able to kill
No
it.
worries. No worries.
That's not what I wanted to do, clearly. I'm just trying to flip this camera around.
Are you
Let me
on,
switch
Andy?
to the-
I mean,
Why
are you
am
on?
I continuing to talk? Just a sec. I know why I am.
No, that's correct.
There you are.
For some
And
reason,
and,
this
and the
Zoom
bad thing about this is it really makes me annoying because it's repetitive. I know what it is. It's the
Yeah. Danny, I wonder where Danny is. Danny.
He's in.
I know. That's not me talking. I know that sounds
Hey,
weird.
Larry.